We're already late.
Nice. Let me know if it's up so I can link it on our Facebook and Instagram.
Boom, we up.
Nice. Let me know if it's up so I can link it on our Facebook and Instagram. It's not popping up here.
So while Richie's doing that, he's going to be sharing on Facebook and Instagram so folks can join on the YouTube.
Where is the live?
Mr. Soda Can is already on. Punctual as ever.
Always. What's up, Cliff?
Exactly. I ain't want to put him on blast like that, but yeah.
Hey man. If he represent, right, Cliff? Can you see this live chat? Yeah, I can see it. Okay. Dude, I don't know how you use a desktop Facebook.
Desktop Facebook?
Yeah. It's been so long. I've been using my phone.
How do you use the Facebook on the keyboards?
It's been so long.
Well, welcome. We're letting people join, letting people know on Facebook that we're on YouTube, Instagram that we're on YouTube. I'm going to talk about some things in the paintball world. If anybody's been watching, my mind is still melted from the Tom Cole, Matty Marshall interview about how the next year is going to go. I don't know if it's going to be officially the Champions Cup, as he said, or the Super Cup, as he also said several times. So we'll see how that plans out. But yeah, let me know, what you guys think. Like what do you think? I'm kind of excited. It's more paintball, so it's essentially 6 events in a year, 4 major events. Hopefully, I'm not gonna name any names, COVID-19. But we don't want a year like last year. So, more paintball is always good for everybody involved, right? So,
yeah,
it's definitely one of those things where, if you live in the region, you can at least get to 3 events. They're going to Florida twice. They got one in Texas. Whoop whoop. One in California, which I've always wanted to go to, so I think we'll probably end up going to that one this year. And then people in the Northeast, same situation, right? So I think it's an interesting take on how things go. But yeah. So are we up? Did you tell everybody?
Yes, sir. So on Facebook, I gotta do it on Instagram actually.
Gotta tell him, man.
Instagram, dude. I don't remember any of these logins. Convenience of phone, right, people?
He literally just got on my behind about that like 40 minutes ago. You don't know your logins? But it's your login. You made it.
Okay. Oh, I don't have the HTTPS login. That's your account, Dave. So that's your post.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay. But anyways, how's everybody doing? And like Dave's saying, first thing we want to go over, Dave, what are we going over?
So since we're up, let me just say welcome to anybody who's just joining. We've got some notes here. So as everybody already knows, we are trying our hand at 5-man because people have been slapping us across the face with questions about 5-man, when it's coming and what's happening. So we're doing it. So we released the dates for 5-man events this year, as well as 3-man as well. And I think it gives a good mix of people who want to play both. If you only want to stick with 3-man, you can do that and stuff like that. But today we're going to kind of focus on what we're doing for 5-man. We're going to go over some rules, talk about some things maybe some newer players might need to run into. We're going to talk about prizes for the event, season prizes for the whole year, and some other stuff too, right? So basically, and I'm gonna send it over to Richie. So, what are some things that we're gonna do, regardless of if it's 5-man or 3-man? What are they getting when they join our league, right?
So first thing is we're gonna do offering live stream. So every time you play the event, you're gonna be able to watch yourself play live on YouTube or Facebook Live. So you can go back and enjoy those games that you played, or try to figure out if you made mistakes or how you won that last point. It's pretty cool. Another thing is we're offering is you're gonna have a great time anytime you play our events. Our goal is to make sure the league is, fun to play and stuff like that. But prizes, as for first place, always is going to be championship belts. They just actually made a call doing the new versions, the 2.0s.
Yep.
He decided to go with a bigger style belt. So pretty cool. Do you have the old school belt with you right now, Dave?
Yes, I do. This one, I don't want to show it too long, because some people, wink, wink, you know who you are, continue to ask if I will play them for the belt. And I kind of have grown fond of it. So maybe not. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
But these are the current from last year. These are the belts that we did. And we'll have per event the main plate and stuff like that will be changed. But essentially it'll be a situation where it will be a different style than this. And they're, like you said, they're a little bit bigger. And I think they're a little nicer too. They just came out with them.
So those the new belts. So first place for D5 will get 5 belts for your roster. I know you're allowed 8 players, but only 5 belts for D5. And then if you play D4 X ball, it's 8 belts for the whole team. You're allowed 8 players on the roster.
Yep.
So 8 belts for D4 on Sunday and 5 belts for D5 on Saturday. The reason why we're doing that, we want to encourage people to play in a higher division to kind of step out of your comfort zone and play like higher up. So maybe you can show that you're a little better than what you think you are. Because I think I watched a lot of you guys grow from the past events that we have watched you guys play, and every team's getting better and better. So each division is crazier, but we also want you guys to bump up in higher divisions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the idea is to kind of lead you to a place where if you want to continue to play going forward, that you know what the format is and you're not confused when you go, say, to an NXL, right? And he talked about the prizes that we're doing per event, right? But we're offering a season prize where if you rack up the most amount of points for the whole year, can't talk today, sorry, long day, then essentially you can get entry into an NXL, right? So and we have options, if that's not in the cards for everybody, right? But season prizes. So if you play the D5 5-man that we're running, it will be entry to NXL World Cup. I'm gonna put quotations around it because I don't know what it's gonna be called right now. I think that's what they're gonna call it, but
Mega Super Cup.
I don't know what it's called, right? But so you get entry, and then you get 5 cases of paint. And then D4 X ball, you actually get entry to D4 X ball. And you get 10 cases of paint on top of that, right? So it alleviates a lot of the upfront cost of going to an event. And that way it can be spent towards, maybe buying some new cleats, stuff like that gets torn up during the year. And then the other situation is, and something that I've run into before as well, is like you grind all year and then something happens where three of your players can't go, or whatever the case may be, right? To Florida for World Cup. It's so for D5, if you want to do a cash out option, you can cash out $4,000. And for D4, the same thing, you can cash out for $2,000. So that's what we're offering as season prizes for the team that basically consistently is winning, is doing the best that they can throughout the year. And a lot of people, you know, for newer people, just to kind of reiterate too, right? Because we are getting some newer people playing. It's not a situation of first. It's a situation of being consistently in that top arena, right? So you might take second the first event, you might take first, you know, the first event, who knows, right? But the points are what matter, and that's something that you got to take into consideration, and we'll go over that as we go. Oh, Luke just joined. Awesome.
So what Dave's talking about, so the good thing about casual options, say if you played USXBL or you played XTPL and they covered your World Cup in some paint, you can cash out and take that money to cover your hotels or maybe your flights. So some teams are that good where they can win multiple of events, and you could take our cash option to take that to go spend that at the World Cup. So that's what a good option about that is. I would love that option. So
Yep.
So that would help a lot in certain things. Like what we want to offer you guys is the taste of what national events will start being like. So that's why we offer that live stream. We want you guys to feel like, you know, hey, you can go to school and show, this is what I've been doing this past Sunday. You guys ask what paintball is, and you can show it to your buddies, because it's always going to be on YouTube and maybe Facebook Live if you can find it. But yeah, YouTube should be eternal as long as we don't do a lot of crazy stuff where we get banned. But you know, so live stream is great. Thank you to Jose from OnPixel. He does a great job, and he keeps wanting to improve. So me and Dave just had a meeting with him talking about we're going to try to get the team names and the timer on the screen, so you guys know what teams are on what side, stuff like that. Especially for X-Ball, that's our goal, is to make sure the score is correct and the names on the screen and stuff like that. He's also talking about, could happen is your teams have a logo. If you guess the logo, we may be able to put your logo on the screen as well, so make you feel like you're on Go Sports and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're working out details how that works, and we'll figure out how it works, and we'll let you guys know.
Yep. So season prizes down, check. Stewart says HTPS polos, damn, y'all fancy. And I say to Stewart, as many events as he's been to, you ain't paying attention to my shirt, because we wear them every event.
Shout out to Pro Edge.
My eyes are up here, Stewart.
Pro Edge. Is that reading right or is it backwards?
It's reading right from what I can tell.
Okay, yeah.
P. Oh no, never mind. I'm joking. So,
okay.
So we're gonna go over some other things, right? So, I reiterate. Shout out John Jackson at Pro Edge Paintball, since you're doing a shameless plug, Richie. What's up?
Yeah.
IDs, as I say every time we seem to be getting on live stream, right? So if you're new, make sure you go online, look at your roster, and each player can see the roster. They're then responsible for purchasing their ID for the year, right? And it is for the year, and it is for both formats. So if you want to play 5-man and 3-man, it is good for both. But you do need to pay. You need to buy a ID for the year situation, right? There are some newer teams I know, so keep in mind you have to add your profile picture and make sure that the picture's uploaded, and then you pay for your ID and make sure you get it in on time, because it's gonna be hectic in the morning if everybody's got to get a picture taken. So we want to get started early this year. We want to get started on time. I said that wrong. We want to start early this year. We want to finish early, and we want to be efficient, not just for us, but for you as well. We know people drive in to come play these events, so we don't want you to leave at 5 o'clock in the evening when it's getting dark. if we can get you out at 3:30, 3:45, let's do it.
Mhm.
So that being said, just so everybody knows, January 16th, which is Saturday, at 11:59, they will incur a late fee for entry. So if you want to save you some money, make sure that you pay for entry into this first event for 5 man by then, January 16th, this Saturday. So if you're watching this and you are not the captain or the owner of the team or whatever, make sure you let them know, because you don't want to end up paying extra money for entry when you don't necessarily need to. All right.
Yeah. So talking about 7-man, we are figuring out the schedule. It is a tight season. We are running 6 events right now, which is going to be pretty tight. And then fitting the 7-man will be a harder thing to do because we're working around NXLs, USXBLs, XCPLs, a few other leagues out there. We want to make sure everybody can enjoy paintball where they can.
Yep.
Any questions about season prizes or the belts? Again, for those who just joining, 5 belts for D5, 8 belts for D4. Now we're going to get into X ball. So X ball is going to be X ball. It's not going to be first to 4. It's going to be 10-minute games, and then as many points as you can score on the other team. So you run out the whole clock. If it comes down to a tie where the clock runs out, you both have 2 points, then we're going to go to the one-on-one. We're going to keep that one-on-one system. And then paint doesn't matter, but you have 2 minutes to get your paint on, to get it on the field. So after the time's up, you have 2 minutes to grab pods or whatever you need to do for that one player, and you go at it. You'll be a 2-minute one-on-one. And it happens again, we get the next guy and then the next guy. All right. Any questions about that?
We did say split deck, correct?
It is split deck. So 10-minute game. So you play your point, whatever time remains, it's going to go back on the board for you guys.
So for people who may not understand, split deck is essentially 4 teams will pit in the front of the entrance. The 2 inner teams will play each other first, then the 2 outer teams will play each other right after, and that gives you time in between points to pod back up, get paint as you need to, and it's not a situation where you're quote unquote under the gun all the time. But as much as people want to say that it's better, it's still about 2 minutes anyway, just to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But it allows us to be more efficient for you, kind of gets the day rolling. And we'll kind of coordinate with everybody as they come in. Hey, this is where you'll be seated. And then we'll get those 4 teams put in right there so we can get started earlier in the morning.
Yeah.
So
you have 2 minutes to get on the field, Luke. 2 minutes.
Yeah, if you have to go do the one-on-one, we'll give you 2 minutes to get started, and for the one-on-one, and you have 2 minutes in the one-on-one to kill that person.
Yeah.
So let me knock this out right now. You can win the one-on-one one of 2 ways. You can hit the buzzer, or you can shoot the other person.
One or the other.
You don't have to do both. If you want to make a statement, don't break the buzzer. But other than that, one or the other, not necessarily both.
Mm-hmm.
So
also, we're gonna still do the MVP award. So if you guys want to show off some stuff, do it, but don't hurt yourself. No cartwheels or jumping off a bunker or jumping over people's shoulders and that crazy stuff. But
didn't Ellis do a cartwheel last time or something like that?
I think he tripped, fell, and still bunkered the last game.
I thought he legit did a cartwheel later in the day or something. Anyway, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we will be having a live stream. So if you want to see yourself act like a fool, just don't be obnoxious.
Yep.
I mean, so any questions before we move forward?
Yep. Did we focus on rules for the D5 5-man? Did we talk about
No,
that?
no, we
Okay.
haven't gotten to
Are
that.
you gonna do it? You want me to do it?
You can go for it.
Yay! So, for D5 5-man, which is Saturday, um, there'll be 5-minute games, and how we'll do it is round robin. So similar to the way that we do 3-man, everybody will get a chance to play everyone else essentially.
Mhm.
And basically the teams with the most wins will be seeded as needed, right? And depending on how many teams we have, that will determine who goes into semifinals. So um again, 5-minute games, round robin format. And then if it does end up in a one-on-one, I'm sorry, if it ends up in a tie, then it is settled by a one-on-one again, right? So same situation, you'll have 2 minutes to get on the field. Pick your best player to go out there and make it work.
Yeah. So round robin, are we doing 10 teams, you said?
I mean, with round robin, yeah. So you have a maximum of 10 teams that you'll play, because otherwise the
Mhm.
day will just be ridiculous. But currently we'll be in a situation where that's what it'll be, right? So right at 10 teams if everybody signs up and pays.
Okay. So yeah, pay. So a promise I made back when we first started our YouTube channel, we hit 100 followers or subscribers. We'll give away a prize. So I'm gonna go pick a prize tomorrow when I go to work. I'm gonna tell Dave, and Dave's like, no, but I'm like, we're gonna do it anyways.
Well, it kind of sounds like I don't have a choice in the matter right now. So
No, because we made that promise already, so I'm gonna follow through.
you're right. You're right.
So the way you can win this prize for not only subscribing, also if you guys pay before the first deadline, everybody on your roster we put on that spin the win wheel, and then
Spin the wheel.
we'll pick the top 3 people to win a prize. So we'll spin it 3 times, and we'll pick 3 prizes. So it'll be a grand prize, second prize, and third prize. So make sure you guys sign up. Make sure you get all your friends to come sign up. The more people sign up, the more I can give away, so Dave can't complain. Yeah, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. So if we get more people to sign up, I can definitely do something cool. If we only get a certain amount of teams sign up, I'll still give away something decently cool.
Decently cool.
Or whatever. The most I can get away with Dave and not kicking me. So
I'm still gonna kick him, but not as hard. You're right. You're right.
So yeah, let your friends know. Sign up early. There's already a few teams signed up. So the more teams sign up, the more I can figure out what we can give away. Maybe if we sell out the league, maybe I can give away a gun. Maybe.
Dang.
Yeah.
He
So
say,
that's
tell
what-
your friends about me, dog. Golly.
Yeah. So maybe we'll give away a cool gun.
Ooh.
So spin the win. I'm actually thinking of doing a custom HPS gun to give away at the end of the year at World our championship. So that's something out of my personal design or personal funds to do.
Personal
more people-
funds.
So that's for everybody that plays the event. Your name will get into a box.
He a lie. Cause one, as much as I don't want him to spend money, I still don't want him to spend his own money. So he gonna
yeah, I'll
end up
probably do a
spending
cool
money
gun
anyway.
to give away for HCPS's end of the season championship. I think it'll be probably for the 3-man's the last one, huh?
The 3-man is the last one, yes.
Yeah. So the only way you can get entered to win the gun is actually to play the events. And the more events you play, the more times your name's put into the wheel. So I think that's
You just making a logistical like cluster word I can't use. Wow.
Well, how's that?
Okay.
Wow. Is it, you play all 6 events, your name gets put in there 6 times.
I know, but then we got to manage everybody's names.
No, you don't. The program you use, they randomly spots the people's names. You just type in the names and just boop, boop.
He say it's an app for that. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a lot of spin the win guys have been using, so why not we not use it?
Okay.
Same thing. So we have that big screen, right? So during our break, when we start giving away prizes, spin the win and your name's in there and get some stuff like,
Please
Wheel of
don't.
Fortune
Okay,
thing.
this is all I ask, Richie. Please don't go buy like an actual spinning wheel that somebody has to spin to win. Like, please
Oh, I
don't.
actually have one somewhere. I have a
No, don't
miniature one.
bring that. Don't do that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think that's a cool prize. So if you play, it's an automatic entry to that. If you play, uh, how many adventure names put in that many times. So if you play the 5-man and a 3-man, and you play 6 adventure names in there 6 times, and you have 6 chances to win. And then it's going to be a custom anode, something cool, and then all that cool stuff.
I'm gonna just put in the comments, Lord.
What do you guys think about that?
No, Stuart, you don't want to spin no wheel, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We don't want to spin.
Anyways, all right. So moving, let's backtrack a little bit for those who are just joining or people that watched a little bit later. So True X Ball, it's 10-minute games, as many points as you can put on the board. And then we're gonna do for D5. It's split deck. I'm sorry,
Yep.
split deck. So it'll be just like you play at X Ball, two sets of teams.
Yep.
Or and then you play a point, they play a point, and you have 10 minutes to burn out. What else?
D5 5-man is 5-minute games, round robin. So every team will play every other team at least one time, depending on the amount of teams that we have, of course. And then in both instances, on both days, if there is a tie for a particular match or a particular point, for 5-man in specific, then a 1v1 will settle the tie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keep
Go
going.
ahead.
So again, prizes per event will be belts. 5 belts for D5, 8 belts for D4 X Ball. And then season prize is entry to World Cup for D4. It would be D4 5-man and 5 cases of paint. And then D4, what?
You're getting your words mixed up.
How's it words mixed up?
D4 X.
No, I said D5. No, listen. I said
Okay.
D5 5-man plus 5 cases of paint. Right? For World Cup. D4 X Ball will get paid X Ball entry plus 10 cases of paint.
Okay. Or
cash out. So if you want to cash out on D5, you get $1,000. Or you cash out for D4, you get $2,000. What?
Okay, just checking.
Josh, we don't know. It probably is the dang Twig Boys. Are they playing this season?
Dallas. Boy.
Yeah. Any questions from that? Oh, and yeah. So make sure you guys pay early. We'll give you guys some cool prizes.
Pay early, get you guys some cool prizes.
I don't think Twig Boys are playing. I think they're repping.
Ooh. You can't win if you ref.
Yeah. Well, refs always win.
Yes. But they also lose. No. They win and don't win at the same time. That's what it is.
So layout does drop tonight. Me and Dave will release it tonight. We'll mark each bunker what it is so there's no mix up anymore. We're gonna try to figure out how to get the Guns Up for you guys to actually go on Guns Up and look at it as well. Anything else?
No, you took my big surprise about the layout, but okay, that's cool.
I didn't take anything. I was asked.
Doesn't matter.
All right, Dave. Let's act like nobody heard it. Go ahead.
No, everybody heard it already. Everybody heard it. Layouts dropping tonight. We're gonna do it on Guns Up, and we're gonna post it on those social medias.
The social medias.
Yep. Oh,
Yep.
you're right. So Josh Taylor, I appreciate that. So the scrimmage, Practice weekend is the weekend before the event, so the 24th will be at Legends. The layout will be up, and everybody can come out and see what the layout looks like and shoot them people. Bang bang.
Or you might get to shoot Dave if you probably play some points.
I'll probably play some points.
I think we shouldn't do like points because there's a lot of teams people want to wait. So just I would say first 5 to line up. If you're not lining up, that's your fault. Just play it like a fun day. But
Play it like a fun day. Yes, just hop on the gate.
Just first 5 to line up plays. So don't say, oh, I want to play this team. If they're not at the box at the same time, then it is what it is. If you guys want to do a buzzer system, we can probably set something up. If you guys want to do a special practice, we can set something up. We'll find out what price is. If you guys want to do like a recording of that day, we have to figure out what the price will be because the equipment is expensive.
I don't think anybody asked that, but okay. We appreciate your
people.
information. Thank you for your thoroughness.
All
I'll make
right,
sure
David.
I'll make sure that's in your year-end review. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Evaluations are coming up, right?
All right, Dave.
All right. So you want to talk about them click things?
The click thing. Oh, okay. So teams have been asking for photographers. Me and Dave thought about it. It's not right for us not to allow photographers, but there's also 2 big reasons. One is, of course, COVID. COVID doesn't really allow us to have that many people. But 2 is, again, cheating. Me being in paintball for a long time, photographer is also part of most teams where they'll either start shadowing other teams or point the camera at certain people that shooting their own players. They go over and start pointing at somebody at a key location, or they start shadowing snake players or Dorito players when they pass the 50. So me and Dave have to come up with a rule. You're allowed to have a photographer, 1 per team, but they cannot cross the 50 and they cannot point at the other team. So the only way you can point at the other team if the guy's coming to stick him. If you are pointing at another team that you're not part of, which we'll keep track of.
Yep.
Then the photographer's done for the day. He's going home. He can sit on the bench for this night. We are charging $25 per photographer. That's it. They have to have a staff ID. We'll mark that ID that they are a photographer. We'll write the team's name on the ID they're playing for somehow. We'll figure that out. But you can only take pictures of that team. So
yes,
if you're a photographer that's trying to take multiple teams and they're playing the same time, you have to tell the head ref once you walk on the field, like, I'm taking some photos of both teams, and both captains have to agree yes before the start of the game.
Yes. So I'll also say that the photographer is just like either somebody on the side of the field or a player on the field, right? Kind of serve 2 roles. You cannot talk, you cannot point, you cannot scream, whatever the case may be. And if a referee feels that you are interfering in the game in any way, he taps you on the shoulder and tells you to leave. There's no question about it. Just pack your stuff and get off the field. Super simple.
Mm-hmm. So we will be enforcing a lot more rules because we want to make this league as, I guess, professional. I guess is it.
Don't use quotes on that. Look at these freaking things, man. This is professional as it gets, yo.
We want to make this league fair for everybody. Like, there's things that we can't catch all the time, but we're going to do our best to catch it. We don't like to be stern, but if we get to that point, we will be stern. We want the league to keep growing and make sure you guys are enjoying yourselves, stuff like that. So our goal is to make sure it's fair as possible. Of course, things get slipped through the crack, but we'll always try our best to fix those issues. We do listen to you guys. Any questions or concern, you always can hit us up on our Facebook page, HTPS. If you hit up Dave or my personal Facebook, the chances are we will reply or we won't. Just don't get hurt if we don't reply.
Oh, we'll reply. We're just going to say, I'm going to refer you to the Facebook page. So here's my thing, right, with that, right? If anybody who messages those things, if he gets to it first, he handles it. If I get to it first, I handle it. If we both see the same thing, we end up saying the same thing. So it doesn't matter. Like, with message him separately or whatever the case may be, you're going to get a consistent answer. Just, it is what it is.
Yeah. So scorekeeping, we kind of keep that in house. If you're not on our staff, we don't hire. Yeah, we're not hiring right now, but we kind of keep it in house because we kind of keep it tight. Make sure our teams don't get favoritisms from other people. Scorekeeping is a little harder, I guess, in a program. We did lose our scorekeeper, so we got to relearn it and figure out how to do all that stuff ourselves.
Yes. So the other thing I wanted to bring up, right, is me and Richie been playing for a long time. We know how all of the tricks of the trade, we know how things go. It is what it is, right? We've been the people on the sidelines that's like, ref, you don't see this guy literally doing this thing? Hey, this
I have a
guy
clip of that
died.
actually.
I shot him first. We've been through all that, right?
Yeah.
We've had it happen. I don't think it was this last time, but we've had it happen in an event where Richie literally said, hey, that guy right there, he's dead first. And this is how the game is going to continue. Super simple, right? We can only catch so much. We literally can't catch everything, right? And then when people come and say, hey, I saw him do this, I'm like, okay, yeah, you were in a specific angle to see that thing. And I'm sorry, somebody didn't catch it, but it is what it is, right? But for us, a big thing is that we ensure that referees are impartial. We're not having people going, hey, what's up, bro? I saw you last week. We're going to go drinking tonight, right? I'll pass you that 20 if you let me slide on that major. No, we're going to throw a red flag on you. I don't care who you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they're there to work, we're there to work, and we're there for you as the player, right? We want everything to be as impartial as possible so that the better team wins that day. It's not some favoritism situation or anything like that. I had to rant on a random Wednesday, but that's the situation.
Mm-hmm. So the real thing is there's three ultimates. There's the head ref, there's Dave, and there's myself, right? So if an ultimate makes a decision, then it's a decision. If you want to argue about it after, once the call is called, you can argue you want. It's not going to change anything. It's already called. And then, not saying that we don't make mistakes. Mistakes could happen.
Absolutely.
Don't be the team. Like, this is what I have to say. I say this to my own guys that I coach. Don't make that 1 point affect your whole tournament. That's your own fault for putting yourself. You're down. You're tied up and whatever. You have to fix that issue. So don't make 1 point and your whole ruin your whole event. That's something you guys messed up on your own, right? Now if it's like you're up 4 points and the other team has 1 point and then you lost the game somehow because we made a call, then yeah, I would be upset. But if it comes down to a tie and heat of a moment, something happens, the call is going to be made. There's always going to be a bad guy. So it sucks that we have to be a bad guy, but we will have to be the bad guy. And you can hate us all you want, but we're there to make sure the league is ran smoothly. Yeah. And I think that's the best way to put
it. And for me, like most people can attest, like Dave talks to everybody. Hey, he comes over and asks how we're doing. Do we need anything? That kind of stuff. I'm literally not out to go, I want this one team to win. Right. Yeah. It's that's just not how it works for me. Like I don't have the luxury of being that. I don't have that. Right. So the better team wins, period. I personally don't care. As long as you're ensuring that you're doing what you need to do by shooting people in the face, holding lanes, whatever the situation is, then you're just a better team that day. That has nothing to do with me and what, some ref decided he wanted to do that day. Like that's not going to happen. And we're going to ensure that regardless of who refs the events, how long we're going to continue to do this, that's what we're going to stand on. So sorry, I took everybody to church. My bad. Wednesday service.
But yeah, so the main thing is, biggest pet peeve of myself is bias refs. If my best friend's on the team, I don't care if we want to have dinner later. I don't care if we got like my brother lives in the same house, whatever. If he cheats, he's gonna get a red flag. So there's none of that. I'm tired of seeing like refs cheating, and I keep my eye on it as much as I can. It's only me and Dave on against 10 refs or 8 refs. So if that happens, I send people home. I think half of you guys have ever heard me go, hey, if I catch you guys cheating, you're not getting paid or you're going home. And I stand by that. So I want to make sure you guys are having a great event and make sure we can do our best to provide you guys the service that you guys want. That is our goal.
Yes. Sermon ended.
Yeah. All right. So that should be everything. I guess we can go do one quick recap if anybody has a question or something we didn't talk about. If you guys want to ask now, this would be the best time to do it. Anything you guys, concerns, questions, ideas that you guys think that you guys want us to try? But I'm personally, I like the X ball thing. 10-minute games, much points as you can put up the board. It's like your team can be like, Kobe and Shaq when they're a thing, and they're trying to outdo each other and then get the MVP. Like, Dave, I'm gonna go stick this dude because I want the MVP. You know what I mean?
Okay, so if you get the MVP award, who do you give it to, Kobe or Shaq?
I'm a Shaq guy.
I
always been a Shaq guy.
That's rough. That is rough indeed. Awesome. Any other questions? I was gonna say at the beginning. I was gonna say at the beginning. I was like, "Where's Josh?" Usually he joins these things and talks trash, right? And then I'm like, he joins and starts talking trash, and I'm like, "Oh, Josh needs to leave. Josh needs to leave."
Yeah. So Josh is I think he's an all around. What's that word? A with a hole. So he's a fair guy to everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
So he hates everybody equally. I think he's that type of guy. So he's one of the rest. We'll make sure he's doing his job and he does himself. He makes sure he does his job himself. Kobe, I like Kobe a lot, but I've been a Shaq guy since his rookie year. So
what year did he enter the NBA? I'm joking. Don't answer that. I'm joking.
Oh yeah.
I'm joking.
Google search. I think it was like 90.
Please don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Rich is like,
hey, man. Let me get my Agabus, whatever it's called.
It's like, hey Google, when did Shaq enter the NBA?
Hold on. Hey Siri.
Oh my God.
When did Shaq join the NBA?
Okay, I found this on the web for Hey Siri. When did Shaq join the NBA? Check
Who
it
is
out.
Chad? When did Chad join? What's up?
2000. He joined the NBA in 2000? Yeah, that sounds about right. No?
Well, it has been 21 years, but Jesus Christ. That's dating.
I don't think so, because he was in that when I was in high school. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, 2000, because I graduated in 2001. Damn, I'm old. All right. Any questions?
Yeah. Any
Our
questions
day's going
on
good,
the
Luke. Rules, questions about D4, question about D5, prizes, season prizes. Who wants to play Dave in 101 for the belt?
Chill out, man. Now you're gonna get these people riled up about this belt.
Yeah, see, I thought it was in the 90s.
Rough.
Anyways, yeah, we're excited. Again, so the layout drops tonight, Hilton. It's the same layout as the D4 X Ball. You'll get a chance to see that tonight once we figure out this stuff. We're not very technically inclined. Me and Dave are the two worst people to do this stuff. But we're not social media inclined, I think.
Okay, thank you. I was like,
Dave's an engineer. So.
I'm literally an engineer. Please don't tell people that, but okay.
Paying prices, so it's probably $55 cash, $60 on the card. Yep. And if we have like Evil, then it'll be 60 cash, 65 on card.
Yep. Ultra Evil. Anyway, any other questions? Any new people joining us that might have some questions? Okay. Chad. Oh, that's the Chad that he said. Okay, cool. Chad, so I believe the rule is for D4X ball, you can have two players a level above, right? So if you're D4 playing D4, then you can have two D3 players on your roster.
And one
D5 five
D2.
man, I have to go back and look, but I think it's the same. So you can have two D4 players on 5 man, right?
I think so.
I believe so.
Yeah. Are we allowing one D2 player?
I think it is one D2 player.
So you're allowed, I think one D2 player.
If the D2 player has to be a lower level D2 player, it's based on his points.
So Soda and all those asking about brand of paint, I kind of slipped up by saying evil. We can't tell you what type of paint because we actually selling under retail. So we can't tell you brands. But yeah, so I say tournament level
paint. There we
55.
go. He's learning.
And high level tournament paint for 60 if you pay cash. And then card is 60 and 65.
How many John Jacksons can I have on my roster?
You can have Jiro.
No, none.
You can have Juan Jackson.
I'm pretty sure there's a Juan Jackson somewhere that's like dying to play paintball.
Yeah.
Do I need to? Where can I rent the gear? I need a chest protector.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the Juan Jackson that you want on your team right there.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see this 5-man that people have been asking us. So where those people are asking for 5-man, I hope you guys sign up.
Do that. I literally go, hey, here's a safety meeting. Hey, question. Yeah, what's up? Hey, when are you doing 5-man? At the safety meeting. That's what we're doing. Where them people at? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm asking.
I think most people like to wait till last minute to sign up though, because they have to make sure they have the roster and stuff. So
yeah, that's true. He says, how many Richies can you have on your team? So this particular Richie, you can't have him at all. But if you like Richies like him, you can have up to 8.
Are you?
Because he's D4. That's why.
Oh, that's right. I am D4 now.
Yeah.
So you can have 8 people.
Calculate, cannot compute.
All right. So any other questions, guys, before we sign off?
Yeah, it's running into that hour situation. Trying to
Okay.
go.
Well, people are hanging out with it. So people have been asking me for podcasts to talk about other things. So maybe we should do a podcast.
Look. I got the voice for it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But my only stipulation is that I get like one of those Frank Sinatra microphones, the metal ones with the little lines to them. I got to do that. Got to do old school.
We can order
them. Yeah.
Well, we have the studio for it now. I'm almost done with my new studio. If you guys can see,
can you like pull your whole house up and move over by me? Can you do that?
I tried to get a house near you, but I couldn't. So you have to deal with me being closer to a certain area. Yeah.
I was about to say, please don't. I live at 1234 Lazy Lane. Oh my God. Can Richie play 7-man? This particular Richie cannot play 7-man. But there are Richies that do want to play 7-man, yes.
Yeah. So 7-man, we have to look at the schedule. Again, it's kind of tough, but we definitely want to do it.
I've got some things in mind, but we have to see how the year pans out.
Yeah. Josh, you should see my studio. It's pretty big. Yeah.
Somebody's wetting their whistle right now.
What whistle?
My new house got 17 bedrooms, 42 bathrooms.
I wish no, that's too big. I think my house right now. Dude, I wish I got a smaller house because this is like I'm scared of ghosts. So I'm like, I don't know if there's ghosts in this room.
Bro, this dude literally said he's scared of ghosts. It is time to sign off and let this man go get some because he's clearly delirious right now. Say, what about Dave?
You can have as many Daves.
This particular Dave can't play. No. But you can have several Daves on your team. Yes.
All right, guys. So Make sure, hey Luke, if you guys are gonna sign up, make sure you guys sign up before the weekend so you guys save some moonies, save the greens,
Hey,
and also have a chance to win a prize. So
hey Richie.
yeah,
So since we're trying to make the league official or professional, I think we need to write some bylaws that everybody can access on the website so that they
Yeah.
can see what type of Richie and what type of Dave they can have on their team.
you write those bylaws, Dave.
Oh my God. All right, guys.
I think if you talk to
Casper can catch this 10.5. That's what's up. That's what's up.
dude, if Gasper was in my house, I would still be scared, even though he's friendly.
I'm done. I can't come over anymore. You're crazy. You've lost your mind.
Yeah, you can end it, Dave. So thanks, guys. Oh, you already ended it.
No, I didn't.
Thank you, guys.
Good thing you didn't say anything weird. All right. Happy 2021. Shout out to John Jackson from Pro Edge Paintball. Jose from
Pixel.
From On Pixel. I was gonna say his last name, but I'm pretty sure I would have missed one.
It's Del Toro.
I thought it was another one. I thought it was more than just Del Toro.
Oh, Cruz.
Yeah, see? See?
Well,
anyway.
He goes by Del Toro.
So Jose Del Toro from On Pixel, Undisputed Belts. Who else we got? Ryan McCall from Texas Legends Paintball. Greg Pauly from Empire/GI Sports.
Jim Hensley from Paintball Zone.
Jim Hensley from Paintball Zone. Daryl and Miss Kelly from TXR Paintball.
Jay Bird from Splat Zone. New field opening up indoor.
From Splat Zone.
Gangster Paintball,
Ulysses from Gangster Paintball. I know it's one more person. Jesus Christ. Oh, Big Los and Todd Martinez from Weapons.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so many.
Phil from Titan Signs.
Phil from Titan Signs. And for anybody else, and we appreciate you as all the players. Let's do that. I'm gonna end it right there.
All the players, yes.
Because
we'll end it there. See you later.
If you have any questions, hit us up on Facebook and we'll be happy to answer them.